want to do this. Let's jump over to the next topic. How to protect yourself from layoffs. How to protect yourself from being laid off. Well, quite naturally, if you have skills, you can protect yourself from being laid off. If you have any of the skills, the top skills that we talked about on this previous article or in this previous article, customer service, sales, digital marketing, accounting, you're probably in a position that you're doing well within your career. Now, if your mindset is that performance is going to keep you around, you have another thing coming. You need to book a coaching session with me and learn that your performance is not the only indicator of how long you stay on or in a company, or how fast you get promoted, or whether you do or do not get promoted. It's the other 60% that nobody tells you about. How likable are you? How you manage up? How you take tasks off your manager's plate? How you coach and mentor other individuals? That's what makes up the other 60%. And that's what allows for you to get to those senior level positions, leadership. Many people don't tell you that. But if you have any of these skills that we talked about and you're doing the other 60% and being a high performer, you won't be laid off. That's how to protect yourself from being laid off. That is how to protect yourself from being laid off. High performance, doing the extras. High performance, doing the extras. Being invisible, tooting your horn, selling your story, helping other individuals get to where they want to get to. Creating opportunities for other individuals as well. That is how you get to the bag and protect yourself from layoffs. Let's get to what this article is talking about. There's a gentleman who helps companies do layoffs. And he says he hates it, but they're good at it. Here's how to make yourself indispensable and what the decision-making looks like behind the scenes. Okay, we're going to fly through this article. David Lewis is the CEO of Operations Inc., a human resources consulting company. He's seen layoffs in almost every industry, but said that there are ways to avoid being cut. And this is his advice to companies and employees, as told by the person who wrote the article here in Business Insider. Okay? His company is on the other side of the table during layoffs, and he says he hates it. It's his least favorite job we get asked to do. He hates this work, he says. He despises it, but they're very good at it. We don't want this work. We don't want to have to see this stuff because obviously it's indicative of problems in the economy and results in people losing their jobs. But that being said, we're masters at understanding how to exactly choreograph this process. And when companies come to his company, they already have a good understanding of who they're going to lay off, when they're going to lay off people. When they make the selection to go and visit Operations Inc., they already have in their mind that they're going to lay off people and who they're going to lay off before it even happens. Most of the time, companies come to us knowing they have to do a reduction in force and have a sense of who they might lay off or where they're going to do the reductions. Our conversation with the management starts to pivot to understanding how they arrived at that list. Because there are legal risks as well as risks of laying off someone with a skill set you will end up needing down the line. So they need to make sure that there are no regrets when these cuts happen. Okay? So they asked the management team of the company who's going to be doing layoffs, right? How did they arrive at who they're going to let go? How did they arrive at who they're going to let go? Are they being consistent with how to choose whom to let go? You got to think about it. If there's any inconsistencies there, there may be legal ramifications that can come, especially with age and ethnicities and race, all that sort of stuff. Companies can be at risk if they don't do it the appropriate way. That's why they reach out to Operations Inc. to help. You always hear things like last in, first out. A lot of companies make the decision to lay people off by last in, first out, guys. So I think a couple weeks ago, I did an article on the Tesla layoffs, right? And there was a gentleman who was a recruiter. Came on and let me flip over to the article. Sorry about that. Came on. He came on to he got hired at Tesla. I think he came from Google as a recruiter. Always wanted to work for Tesla. Not only did he want to work for Tesla, he loved Tesla products. So he ordered 2 Tesla vehicles, making big money. Here in Austin, too, by the way. Well, he started to get wind that there were going to be layoffs coming. And his manager said, nah, you don't got to worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's not going to be for you. Well, he was one of the last ones hired. He wasn't able to show and demonstrate results. Why he needed to be there. Last in, first out, guys. That approach is one of many considerations, but no means the only one. It's an approach that many companies use, especially in tech, especially if you haven't showed results quickly. If you're just going to a company, that's why I say this, guys. You know, in coaching calls, people are like, Antoine, should I make the move now? Should I make the move now? Why are you making the move for? Okay, well, I want to make more money. Okay, great. You know what kind of economy you're in right now, right? You know it's difficult to get jobs right now. You know companies are not paying the outlandish salaries that they once were. Okay. You still willing to make the move? Great. Okay, yes. All right. Well, you got to remember this. If this company that you're going to is going to do layoffs, and you've done your research and haven't done any yet, and they're going to, and potentially are going to do layoffs, you may be without a job because you're the last one in. And if you are a type of person that doesn't toot your own horn, can't come in and establish results right away, show your value within the first 90 days, you may be out of there quick. So think about this, guys. When employers are going to do layoffs, they already have it in mind of who they're going to lay off. A lot of the time to think about last in, first out. So these are things that you need to be considering if you're thinking about opening yourself up to opportunities. So I'll ask, is that your methodology? If it's not, have you disproportionately chosen individuals of a certain age, gender, or ethnic background? That can open you up to legal issues. You need to be really thoughtful about this because you're communicating a decision, and someone's worst case scenario could be sitting there and realizing letting someone go is giving them remorse. And I want you guys to look at it from the standpoint of not being a person that's laid off too, but many of you guys are in management. This is the stuff that you have to go through. This is the stuff that you have to go through. I've been in management and I've had to lay people off. And I'm going to tell you like this, I already have it in my mind who I'm going to lay off. Typically, they are the people that aren't performing very well and don't bring value to my group. They aren't the ones that are looking to elevate others. They may be having pretty good performance. Come in, do the work, and that's it. These are the ones that typically go. These are the ones that I've let go. I'll repeat that. These are the ones that I typically have let go. The ones that just come in, do what the job says and leave. They don't mentor, they don't coach, they don't become part of the team, they don't buy into the vision. And I know it's my responsibility to get them there. Believe me, I do. I try to, at least. And these are the ones that typically get let go. So think about yourself. Are you a contributor? Are you a contributor? And when you're in the room to make these decisions, think about who you're letting go. You're not letting go the person who has average performance, but yet they're always there to help. You're not letting go the people who are bringing value. Even if it's, when there's a luncheon, they bring food. You're not letting go the people who are very likable. You're letting go of the quiet quitters. That's who you're letting go. People are saying, oh, you need to quiet quit. That's how you you have a good life, get paid for doing little work. Quiet quit all you want. Quiet quit all you want and see what happens in your career. You're not going to get to the large money that you want to make. You're not going to build the right relationships and open up opportunities for yourself. And in a market like we're in right now, quiet quitters, they get laid off. Okay? Word of layoffs spread like wildfire, so companies need to speak with employees quickly and efficiently. The moment you start communicating your decision to reduce your workforce is the moment that a giant blimp has shown up over your office. Okay? So as an employer or as a manager in a company, you need to make sure that the communication is very important and it's crystal clear and everybody's on the same page. Okay? No industry is safe from layoffs. No industry is safe from layoffs, guys. It happens in tech, oil, gas, healthcare, and all that as well too. But here are the things that you can do as an employee if you see layoffs coming, okay? This is the most important part of this article. This is what you can do if you see layoffs coming. If you happen to be in a business where you're seeing more of your competitors announcing a reduction in their workforce, it means that the broader job market for you may be shrinking. Look at what your competitors are doing. If they're laying off people, your company may be next. These trends, this information gets out there. And it may be a pullback on the industry that you're in the job market that services that industry. My advice is to not rock the boat. Where it's in your control, which is not always, demonstrate your worth, guys. Demonstrate your worth. Go the extra mile, stay the extra hour, and work collaboratively with others. This is completely against quiet quitting. Completely against quiet quitting, guys. Go the extra mile, stay the extra hour, and work collaboratively with others. To use as a baseball analogy, a company is looking for utility players. Somebody who just plays first base may be great at playing first base, but finding someone who plays first, third, and a little bit of outfield now gives the team the flexibility to throw them at different things. Okay? Think about it. You were in one role the majority of your career, working for the company for 10 years. You did one role, one organization. You haven't shown that you can go to finance or sales or operations or customer success or customer support or engineering. When they're looking to lay people off, they're going to be looking at people who can be replaced. Not a person that they can say, oh, you know what? Antoine has done sales. Antoine has done engineering. All right, well, we need to lay off the sales organization. All right, well, we're going to keep Antoine because Antoine has demonstrated that he can have success over here too, even if we need to send him out of the darn country. There's a role for him. Ladder climbing, gaining additional skills, stacking your skills, building a solid foundation first, and then continue to level up. It's a lifestyle. It helps you from getting laid off. It gets you paid a shitload of money. You guys know that. If you have the ability to demonstrate that you're one of those utility players, someone who's not just capable of the one area they're responsible for, but is also smart, has good communication skills, is ambitious, and demonstrates a willingness to learn, people who have those diversified skill sets are those who are far less likely to be let go. Okay? He said it. Stack your skills. Be versatile. Be able to do multiple things. That's why I'm telling you, many of you, to get into sales. At least gain some sales training. Course careers. Demonstrate that you have an ability to do multiple things. I started my career off as an engineer. I went into consulting in the implementation services organization. Then I moved into customer support and management and leadership. And then led a country and grew an office. And then went into sales. Now I'm an executive, a principal, supporting a business. A lot of utility. Put me anywhere. Success. Put me anywhere. I'm not going to get fired. Okay? If you're let go, leave quietly and professionally. Don't make a big mess. Don't make a big mess. Right? For people who are leaving, especially in this day and age, don't let the emotion of the moment send you to a place where you burn bridges. The less said in the moment, the better. Emotion is your enemy and ends up, in many cases, compromising good judgment. Okay? If you let go, stay quiet. Stay under the radar. It's kind of like, you ever got dumped before in a relationship? Emotions get into it. You look back at it, you made a fool out of yourself. You don't want to be like that in your professional life. We've all done it. I'm sure we've all done it. Emotions, crying and carrying on, and I want you, and why are you doing this to me, and all that extra stuff. Go on in the radar. Stay quiet. The hurt is only going to be there for a short amount of time. Be done. All right, guys. That's the other topic that I wanted to share with you guys today because it's important. It's important. Make sure that you are gaining the skills and protecting yourself from being laid off by ladder climbing, guys. Being a good team member. Being ambitious. Helping others. Demonstrating that you can do multiple things with a high level of success. All right, let's talk about tech salaries now.